Jamie, that's me here. Let's go ahead and get into Real Housewives of Atlanta. So we start the show off this time with Eva, right? So Eva's at her house with the family, her husband, Michael Sterling, little baby Mikey out there just pretty much running the house because we already know he run the house with his cute little self. And then you got beautiful, beautiful Marley Ray. So they all at the house and they kick it back, they chilling. What I like to see, for some reason, I don't know why, but when I saw Eva in them house, I was like, okay, I'm glad they look and live like a normal family. It's not like all glitz and glamour for some reason, I guess, because she hasn't really maximized on her money yet, child, with Real Housewives. But I guess next season we'll see her filming her new home. But for this particular scene, I just felt like that was so normal, and I appreciated that because I haven't really liked Eva since she's been on the show. But for some reason, that whole little scene set up, I really appreciated it. I'm like, that's what your house be looking like. You be having kids and SHI, you know what I'm saying? You got baby chairs over here. You got some stuff right there, okay? I don't know. I just really enjoy seeing it. So anywho, they pretty much discussed the Canada, right? So Eva's telling Michael about Kandi and who she calls Salt Bae, okay? That's the new name for Kandi, is Salt Bae. So she was like, girl, she was just sprinkling salt all over here, okay? And it's like, girl, why are you creating issues when it should be no issues, all right? Well, Eva, she's creating issues because you can't remember what the hell it is that you said, girl, okay? You were talking cash money about my girl, Porsha. Kandi called you out, okay? Told Porsha what was up. Porsha addressed it, and you just could not remember anything that you said. And that's not Kandi's fault. That's your fault for the most part. Don't talk about it if you don't want to discuss it later on, girl, period. If you know you're not going to remember, just don't even bring it up. So she felt like Kandi was trying to create an issue that did not need to be created or whatnot. And maybe so, because Kandi didn't have to go back and tell Porsha, but this is the Real Housewives. That's what we do here, okay? So if you're gonna be strong enough to talk that cash money, be strong enough to have good brain cells to remember what the hell it is that you said. Because if Kandi not gonna bring it to the carpet, Bravo gonna bring it to the reunion. So you just need to really figure that part out, girl. Okay, so it is what it is, honey. Eva was like, but you know, enough about all of that. You know, it's almost adoption time. You know, we got to get Marley Ray's name changed. So Eva is in the process of changing her daughter's name from McCall to Sterling. Now, when I first saw it, I had to watch Real Housewives twice. The first time I saw it, I kind of felt the way about it. I felt like, girl, like, how you gonna try and erase her history and just like, she's a McCall. Like, at the end of the day, you can change your last name all you want to, but you can't change the DNA. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to erase who she is a bit, you know, with her new family, and I get it. But initially when I first saw it, I kind of felt the way, like, I know you may not like her dad, but it seems like you, to me, when I first saw it, I felt like, that you trying to make your daughter's issue your daughter's issue by changing her name and trying to erase that part of her. Like, oh, she doesn't even remember, you know, her dad. She doesn't know anything about him. Oh, she only knows about Michael and all this other stuff or whatever. So I kind of felt the way about that, and I just felt like with Marley Ray going into kindergarten or first grade, one of the two, I just felt like when Eva said, yeah, you know, she told her husband, oh, well, you know, when she saw her name, Marley Ray McCall, she was like, that's not my name. My last name is Sterling. And I mean, I know kids are very smart, very bright, but I kind of felt like she wouldn't know about that had y'all not be discussing that, you know, in front of her, you know. And I went back, of course, I watched it again. Then I saw that, okay, yeah, they are discussing that in front of her, because Eva laid down and she was like, who is that around the corner? Is that Marley? And he was like, yeah, she's over there sticking her tongue out at me, you know, making faces or whatever. That little girl is so gorgeous. She is such... oh, she's so pretty. Oh my gosh, she's such a cutie pie. So when I went back, I watched it again. I kind of understood Eva. You know, the second time around, I kind of felt like, damn, like, if he rude, he disrespectful, like, it's not just on Eva. It's not just Eva's fault that, you know, she wants to change her daughter's name and all this other stuff. This nigga's a fool. He's a nut. He done came down here to Atlanta. He done showed his arse. He done got locked back up again, you know. So it's like he's not even acting in the best interest of his daughter anyway. So, I mean, as a mom, I'm kind of like, I probably would be like... I would want to change the damn name too. So of course, you know, I had my initial thoughts when I first watched it, then I had to turn around. I kind of watched it again. I understood it. I kind of get it. You know, with Eva, you know, me being a single mom myself, my son still has his dad's last name. You know, I didn't change the name, and even if I got married, I don't know if I would have did that, but it works for her situation. And Mike mentioned that Marley Ray doesn't want to be left out of anything, so they want her to feel included. So if that's what works for her, then it is what it is, and that's something McCall, he gonna have to deal with later on in his life as to why his daughter's name was changed and why certain things was, you know, taken against him because you ain't do your damn part as a father. So if you got somebody else that's not even her blood that wants to step up and do all of that for her, change her diaper, look after her, financially support her, emotionally support her, then that's your L. You know, I just pray that when Marley gets of age that she understands. Because I also know that aspect of things too, growing up and believing one thing and then the reality is that this is what it really is. So I know how that can affect a young lady, me living that myself. So I just hope that once she gets older, she understands it from that aspect, whether she does or doesn't want to have a relationship with her father. I hope she understands why her mom made the decision that she made, you know, at such a young point in her life. So I just hope all of that works out. But kudos to Eva. They were able to get Marley's name changed. And Marley was happy as hell about that girl. Okay, Marley said, I'm Queen Sterling, you Queen Sterling, and we can go ahead and go to the palace, girl, because that's just what it is. So congratulations to them on getting that, because that probably was the most positive thing Eva has brought to the show since she's been on the show. So congratulations, girl, and good luck. Porsha, Kandi, Tanya, and Marlo has decided they finna go over here. I forgot what this spa is. I forgot the name of the spa over here in Duluth. But anyway, they went to this spa, and I think it's like a 24-hour spa. You know, they got all these different things you can do. I think they even got a section where everybody is in there just naked, child. Everybody in the spa, little water, hot tub thing, everybody just naked. And I just had personally an issue with the fact that they was walking around without no socks on. I think that was Tanya and that was Kandi, and I was like, what's going on with y'all? Okay? And I think it was Tanya and Kandi, and it's funny because they're probably the richest ones on the show. And they walk around barefoot. No ma'am, okay? I don't even like to walk around in my own house without socks on. That's just me, okay? I hate when I'm about to, I don't like when my feet are cold. That's just period. So I'm not finna walk into no kitchen with some towel and I ain't got no socks on and my feet is cold. Girl, we're not finna do that. So I don't even see how they do that. I can't leave the house and go to a hotel or go on a trip and not have no shower shoes. Like, it's like a requirement for me. So the fact that they gave her, even though they gave them some little footsie to put on their feet, I'm like, baby, give me some flip-flops, okay? I need some real, give me some real something, okay? That's what you need to give me. I don't know nothing about this place here. I'm unfamiliar with this. I don't know what kind of diseases y'all got walking up in here with me. So, girl, give me some real shoes. Don't be giving me these thin-ass slides or whatever, girl. But that's what it was, and they walked in with that. Okay, another thing I want to point out is the fact that I've seen Marlo on just about every single episode, and we've only seen Nene on, what, 4? Y'all quote me, let me know. I could be wrong. Maybe it's been 5. I don't know, but I know they on like the 13th episode, and I haven't seen Nene that much. I've seen Marlo more than I've seen Nene, and she holds an actual peach. So I don't know what's going on there, but okay, girl. So they all at the spa. They sat down, you know, enjoying themselves, relaxing or whatever. And Porsha's like, well, girl, this is cute or whatever, but I really just want to bring up the situation with, you know, what took place at Toronto. Like, I just really want to talk about that for a brief second because we had some wild things going on, honey. I kind of feel like, you know what I'm saying, y'all remember at the table, right, we was at dinner, and then Kenya decided that she was going to bring up some cheating allegations, girl, and because, you know, me and Dennis, we fresh off the grid, girl, with this BS that we got going on. I just knew she was talking about me, but, you know, I was trying not to get too pressed because he put this ring back on my finger. So, you know, I was like, girl, she talking about me, and then as she kept going, I felt like, girl, nah, she ain't talking about me, honey. I think she talking about Tanya. And then here go Marlo, yeah, she was talking about you, girl. She was talking about you, Tanya, girl. It was about you. I'm like, Marlo, shut the hell up. But, you know, Marlo is here for anybody that got an issue with Kenya because she cannot get over the fact that Kenya walked into her event with them drums and them product line, her hair product stuff, okay? So she's still pressed about that. So she here to team up with anybody that got an issue with Kenya, honey. Meanwhile, y'all, Kandi quiet than a mouse. Kandi like, she just there listening like, I ain't got nothing to do with this. Okay, I know I've been a bone carrier, girl, but I'm not going to be dropping any bones off on today. I'm just here to listen. Tanya was like, yeah, like she definitely said some things, and I just felt like, girl, are you talking about me? You know, Tanya didn't know what was going on, but Tanya did feel as though the things that Kenya was talking about, that wasn't cheating to her. You know, she didn't really care about that, and she just thought that it was weird that when Kenya was talking, every time she talked, she would kind of like direct herself at Kenya, like, and girl, and beautiful, and this, and that. So is that still not cheating to you? No, it's not cheating to me. Okay, and then what if she was really, really, really beautiful? Is that still not cheating to you? No, I feel no ways. Like, I don't know what are you getting at here, you know? So Tanya just wasn't understanding it, but she said, you know what? I got something for her though. And they like, well, what you got, girl? Well, you know, she left a package there and she asked me to bring it home. And you know, as I'm leaving Canada, I'm not just gonna walk away with a package and not know what's in it. So I opened it up and guess what? It was a wig and a phone charger. Okay, so you know Marlo was here for, oh my God, it's a wig, let us see it, pull it out. So she pulls it out. Porsha and Kandi automatically like, girl, that's not the same wig, honey. I don't know where that came from. That's not the same wig, you know. And I guess the uproar is with America is the fact that Kenya has a wig, because Kenya, I guess she's been a person to say that she doesn't wear wigs or weaves or anything, but I've also been aware of Kenya saying that she has worn wigs. She has worn pieces and stuff, but what's even more comical is the fact that whether she wears them or she doesn't, it does not change the fact that y'all just saw this lady natural hair and it's longer than 85% of the people that's upset with her. That's what's so funny to me. Marlo, you mad about a wig, but her hair's still longer than yours. Like, I'm just confused. Y'all leave me a comment below and let me know, because I don't see the hype. I don't understand the hype. I don't get it. Like, her hair, she still got hair, okay? So, I don't really know. I mean, okay, you found a wig. Congratulations. Like, and? Okay, Beyonce got a lot of hair and she wear a ton of wigs, and so I guess the issue has been when people try to say, the fact is, Kenya said that she doesn't wear wigs. Well, the fact also is the fact that she said that she does wear wigs and stuff, so what are we getting at here again? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Tanya also mentions that, you know, I don't even know Kenya. I've only known her for like 48 hours and 2 minutes, so I don't really know her like that, but she felt the need to approach me regarding IVF and my thoughts about this and that, and telling me that I need to put my single life back into my uterus and all this other stuff. Now, when Tanya said that, I didn't see what the big deal was having a conversation, because it seemed like Kenya was having a genuine conversation with you because she's been through IVF. You know, she's going through that process or whatever. And when you first got into Juju or whatever, the Juju spa or whatever, when you got there, you sat down and everybody was in their places, you said, do you guys have anything for utero stretching or whatever? Because I'm trying to have a baby. So obviously it's something that you want because you mentioned it, but then to try and make it seem like Kenya was trying to come at you about something that didn't make any sense. I don't know, I didn't get it. And once again, I'm still team Tanya. I love Tanya. You know, Kenya has always been on the fence with me, but you know, I don't see the wrong in what Kenya did, especially if she's having a conversation with you about IVF. Most likely it's because you exposed that conversation with her, and she felt comfortable enough to have that conversation with you because you sat right there and entertained the conversation, which Cynthia later on confirms. But okay, good luck. So Kenya, Cynthia, and Kandi, they all link up, right? So they link up, sit down. Kandi tells her that, like, tells the girls, like, listen, you know, I hung out with some of the other ladies. You know, we went to a spa or whatever. And they kind of brought up some of the things that happened back in Toronto. And Kenya was like, well, girl, what did they bring up? She was like, girl, they brought up the fact that, you know, you kept trying to, you know, force the situation on Tanya, trying to get her viewpoints on it. And Kenya was like, girl, I was just asking questions. Yeah, but what you asked was some BS. That's what it was. Yeah, you asked some BS. And, you know, Tanya kind of, you know, she felt the way. And, you know, she was just running off at the mouth. And basically, girl, long story short is she said that she got stuff for you. But what she got for me, this wig, girl, she gave it to me and told me she wanted me to give it to you. So here you go. And Kenya was kind of taken off guard, like, oh, snap, like, oh, okay. We're doing it like that now. Okay, cool. And then Kandi ended up bringing up the situation about the IVF or something. She's saying that she barely knew her and said that, you know, you had so much to say about her going through the IVF process or whatever, something like that. And Kenya was like, B.I.T., I was being genuine when I said the things that I said to you because I've also gone through that. So if you want to try and use that as a dig, girl, you may want to try something else because that's not where it's at. So so Cynthia says, yeah, I was sitting right there when the conversation happened, and Tanya didn't strike me as a person that seemed to be at the least bit upset with anything that Kenya had to say. So yeah, I don't understand why Tanya tried to use that as a dig or whatever, but or whatever she tried to do. But I mean, okay, girl. But also, Kenya doesn't know that Cynthia had already told Tanya that Kenya was talking about her pretty much. Like, girl, these are the findings. This is what we found out. X, Y, Z, ABC. you know. And so Kenya don't know that part. I don't know when Kenya's gonna find that part out, but Cynthia hasn't told her yet. But obviously Tanya knows. Tanya just felt like, okay, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but all the stuff that you're saying doesn't affect me. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to mess up the perfect love that I feel that I have with Paul. Okay? So you're not about to do that. I don't really care about all that. And that's just where it is, okay? So, okay. So, Eva was doing the celebration for her daughter. And I believe, who else showed up? Cynthia, Tanya, Kandi, I believe showed up. I don't know if anyone else showed up, but I know those ladies showed up. They were sitting down talking. Tanya asked Kandi, did you give my package to King? She said, yeah, I gave it to her. And then Kandi said, well, she wasn't really happy with you, girl. And then Tanya said, well, girl, at the end of the day, it was a wig. And then Eva says, what? Kenya wears wigs? You know? And so Tanya decides she'll ask Mike, like, Mike, you know, if there's a package, you know, because if somebody leaves something, they're telling you to bring a package back to the U.S. from another country, like, what are you going to do? Are you going to open it? You know, Eve was like, well, Mike would make me open it for sure. And she said, yeah. She's like, so I just opened it and I saw what was in it. And then Cynthia, thank you for Cynthia saying, the issue is not, girl, with you opening up a package. That's the least of our worries. We didn't give a damn about that, girl. The issue is how you presented it to other individuals when you could have just kept that between you and her. Okay, so that's where the issue is. Tanya says, well, girl, honestly, I wasn't even gonna do it like that, girl. I was just gonna, you know, give it straight to Kandi. But then when conversations ensued, you know, when Porsha brought up the festivities that took place and all the questions that were happening, you know, I kind of got in my feelings. So I was like, oh, okay, so that's how we doing it. She wanted to take a dig at me. So I just felt like, well, girl, let me just go ahead and pull it out and show you, and here it is, and whoop-de-whoop. You know, let me pull it out in front of everybody. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Now, once again, I like Tanya. That's my girl. But when she said that the conversations made her feel away, then she presented it. I'm like, but you still brought it with you. You could have left it in the car and gave it to Kandi afterwards. And then Cynthia said that she told you the very next day after the incident happened in Toronto that, or where, no, I think I had just made it back to Atlanta. But right after the trip, the day after the incident, Cynthia told you that she was talking about you and the situation of what they came across. So for you to come to the spot and then say that the conversation surrounding it made you feel away, and then you wanted to give the wig in front of everybody. Nah, I think you went there with the intent of showing the wig off to everybody because you felt slighted, and that's okay. I just rather you say that instead of saying you weren't going to initially do that. You were just going to give it to Kandi. So you know what you were doing, and it's okay. But girl, Kandi, Porsha, and Marlo thought Kenya gonna get your ass, girl. So just be ready, girl. Do not come for Kenya. Do not come for her unless she sent for you, okay? Only thing she sent for you to do was to give her wig, okay? You gave her wig to other individuals, okay? You gave her wig by way of others. So please know that she gonna get in that ass and she gonna get into it good. I just want you to know, so just be ready for the fire that's about to come at your head. Okay, girl, you ain't used to this game, but you about to get into it now, okay? We just want to make sure we here, we see each other, okay? Make sure that you understand. All right, girl, good luck. So Porsha is at her mama's house, okay, playing around with the daughter or whatever. Tell her about Canada, and then tells her that, you know, Dennis got back down on his knee. They're re-engaged. They're proposed. She wants them all to sit down and have a conversation. Lauren is on the fence, and she's like, girl, I don't know if I want to do all that. And the mama's like, well, no, I'm willing to have a conversation because he needs to hear and know how I feel, and I like to see where he's coming from too. So I'm here for it, right? So they get to the house, okay, and Dennis is there. Dennis tells her, Porsha, like, his mom is coming as well. Porsha wasn't really here for that, but she tried to be cool because you could tell. She's like, okay, we're just doing good. I don't want to have any arguments with him. I just don't want to go through it. So whatever, this is his show. It's not mine. So whatever you want to do, Dennis, you got it, right? So the mom and Lauren came in. They pretty much paid Dennis dust, okay? They really weren't paying no attention to him too much or whatever. And then his mom comes, and it was just fake, like, hey, I was like, y'all fake as hell. Y'all don't really like each other, but do what you gotta do to be cordial, okay, for that baby. So everybody come in there, sit down. Lauren gets ready to sit down, and she sees lipstick on the baby face, and she's like, what's on her lips? Everybody keep kissing her. B.I.T. what you think? Yes, everybody keep kissing her. I'm my motherfucking grandma. Okay, you a auntie. Girl, there is hierarchy here, girl. You need to calm down. Yes, that's my lipstick on her. And what you finna do about it? Girl? So everybody keep kissing her. Okay, let Porsha tell these people to stop kissing her baby, which she should. Everybody don't need to be kissing your baby, girl, okay? But I'm just like, Lauren, sit your arse down just because you mad at Dennis and you want to feel away about his mom for whatever reason. Girl, sit down and shut out. Okay, so Dennis comes to the table. Everybody's at the table. Dennis acknowledges his fault, his wrong. He apologizes to everybody. Porsha gets emotional. She starts talking about some of the things that he did to her and how he made her feel. You know, knowing that that was her best friend and he put her through X, Y, Z, A, B, C, B, B, D. You know, she felt the way about that. Pilar screams. The mama said, I'll fix her a bottle because I've been waiting to get the hell up from this table anyway from all y'all crazy ass folks. So let me go on in here and let me fix her a bottle and get her together good, okay? So she gets up, she walks away. Lauren speaks her piece as to why she has an issue with Dennis. She has an issue with Dennis, not just because of what he did to Porsha, but because she confided in him as a brother with the things she went through with her daughter's dad, and to have to now be a single mom. She didn't really want that for her sister, and that's her beef with him. You know, like, I confided in you about certain things, and you still went to the left. The mom felt the way because she felt like, listen, I didn't come all these years to see my daughter raise a child as a baby mama, because now she's a statistic like everybody else, and that's not what I wanted for her. And from the understanding that I had with you, that you was going to make sure that didn't happen. So Dennis tries to bring up the whole conversation about the fact that, you know, her mom had him blocked, and when he wanted to reach out to his daughter, he couldn't. He felt like that was unfair. I'm sorry, my viewpoints on that is a little different. I'm with Dennis' mama. The issue did not happen directly with you. It was an indirect issue with you. It happened directly to your daughter. I understand, like, you hurt my daughter, you disrespected my daughter and all that other stuff. But even the issue happened directly with Porsha. And Porsha got cheated on. She got violated, whatever it was within her own relationship. So even Porsha, as much as emotional issues she was going through and depression or whatever, she still did what she needed to do to pick up the phone and allow that man to speak to his child. So I feel like as the grandmother, you could have at least did that too. If she can do it, being the mom of the child, you know what I'm saying, then you could have also did that with him, you know, being the grandmother and being indirect to the situation. Because I do feel like what Dennis said was right. Like, they are indirect to the situation. You know, they didn't go through the emotional trauma that Porsha went through. You know what I'm saying? They hurt because she hurt. You know, but they didn't know it truly. Like, they couldn't feel in that moment how she really felt. So I felt like that was wrong. I felt like the mom, you could have picked up the phone. You act like this man cheated on you or something like that, and he didn't. You know, and you know, I mean, even if that was you picking up the phone every time he called, you cussed him out and you told him by himself, but I'm gonna let you speak to Pilar. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like to block this man knowing that you have his child with you, I just feel like that's not fair, because you weren't like that. You wouldn't appreciate that either. You know what I'm saying? You will feel like, well, I know I did wrong, I know I did this, but for you to not allow me, you know, access to speak to my child when they're in your custody, like, that's a problem. And you as a parent should know this. So my views on that is different. I just felt like she was wrong for this shit, and hopefully she won't do this shit again. You know what I'm saying? So Porsha, you know, also brings up the fact with the mom. She felt like the mama was like, she felt like the mama, girl, you wasn't talking to me, and when I was going through it, you know, and she was like, well, girl, I didn't really know exactly where I stood with that and when I should have said something. And I'm looking like, well, girl, I don't know how you thought that, because in the beginning, before you even knew her, you had so much to say. So I don't know how you don't have so much to say now. You should have said something just off of the strength of, you know, being a mother as well as a woman first. So you should have stepped in and, you know, checked on her and said something, and her being the mother of your grandchild in general, okay? But what she did say, Mama didn't say, well, girl, you know I ain't know where to step in or whatever, but just know that I checked him every chance that I got every single day. And Porsha said, well, that's cute, and I appreciate that, you know. But going back to, like, the mom and the sister and all that, I just feel like Porsha, like, in Porsha's situation is different because she is, you know, a well-known individual, and the blogs put all this mess out, so she really couldn't shelter it and hide it from herself, you know, for herself. But hopefully in the future things don't get out. I don't know, girl. I just feel like what's Porsha's situation is Porsha's situation, and the family really should not try and make that their situation, because then you make it awkward for them when they do try and come back together. Because you got to understand that that's Porsha's heart. Porsha gonna want what Porsha want. You know what I'm saying? And y'all only gonna make it worse for yourself. This is my opinion. I could be wrong, but y'all only gonna make it worse for yourself, because if the heart wants what the heart wants, and you're making it harder for her to be where the heart wants to be, then she gonna start icing y'all out, and y'all gonna start feeling away because she not talking to y'all or being more open with y'all or doing certain shit with y'all anymore. It's because you're making her feel uncomfortable with where the heart wants to be, you know. And she gonna have to come around when she's ready to come around. But that's my opinion. Y'all leave y'all thoughts below. Porsha did Watch What Happens live, and you know, Dennis was caught hanging out with some other ladies, and it was like 4 ladies or whatever. I don't know if they were like waitresses or something that worked at his because I think he probably got like 2 different bars or 2 different things. I know he got a crew, and then I don't know if he's affiliated with Daydreams or something like that. But anywho, so for Dennis, I don't know if those were his waitresses, if it was some ladies that he met, or if he was just caught out messing with, you know, messing on Porsha again. But Porsha really sounds so dingy on Watch What Happens Live. I was so disappointed. She said she was drunk, and I was like, girl, are you sure it ain't something else? Like, what the hell? So she just seemed like really awkward. She looked great, but she just seemed like something was just off with Porsha that night. She's like, I think a question asked her, like, what are your thoughts? Like, do you trust Dennis? She was like, huh? I mean, you know, we're going through our relationship. You know how everybody else does. So, you know, just pray for us. It's like, basically, the short answer is no, she doesn't pray for him. But she's fighting for a relationship. She really wants it to work. She don't want to be a statistic. And she doesn't want to conform to what everybody else is saying. Girl, it ain't going to work. Okay? It won't work. She's just trying to, you know, continue to push through. So then the question comes up where it's like, how are you guys, you know, with the whole, you know, he was caught out there with other ladies. What are your thoughts on that? And she was like, I don't know. And Andy's like, what do you mean you don't know? And she was like, what do I mean I don't know? Oh, well, you know, I'm like, Porsha, what the hell is going on with you, girl? Get it together. How could you come to Watch What Happens Live and your publicist or whoever did not prepare you for that question that you know was going to come up? Why? Like, girl, get it together. Get it together. And I hope you get it together before 2020 is out. Okay? You either going to be with Dennis or you're not going to be with him at all. And guess what? Each one is okay. It's okay. If you decide you want to work in a relationship with him, just make sure he's working in the same relationship with you and you're not the only person in there working. Okay? And if you decide that you don't want to be with him, girl, it's okay. Okay? I hate to say it, but Eva done moved on, got a whole man, you know, that appears to do right by a child that's not hers. I mean, no, that's not his. Takes the child in as his own. Sierra done moved on to Russell. Okay? He takes that child in. It's plenty of men out here accepting children that are not theirs and raising them up as their own. So don't feel like he is your one-stop shop. Don't feel like you can't have a family, you know, just because that's not the child's biological father. Girl, move around. Okay, move around. You know, we're all here in support of, you know, you making it last with the father of your child. But girl, if he ain't doing what it takes to make it last, then girl, I don't know what else to tell you. Okay, I was rooting for Dennis, but you know, even when I saw the picture of the whole restaurant with the ladies and stuff, and you know, I was like, I'm sure it's a really good excuse for that. I'm sure it's a really good one. But when you got on Watch What Happens Live and you like, you don't know, I'm like, girl, it ain't no good excuse. She's sitting out here looking like a fool, and I can't. And then you looking like a fool too. Pants on the ground, looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. You need to pull them up, okay? Pull them up, get your shit together, and let's move on accordingly, okay? I'm Jamie, that's me. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. When you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell, share my videos. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.